Hi, my name is Alice, and I'm going to present Chapter 11 from Foundations for Teaching English Learners, Research, Theory, Policy, and Practice. Chapter 11 is an important chapter because it provides us with concrete strategies to support our students, as well as ways that we can be advocates for them. The chapter opens up by explaining what primary language supports are, otherwise known as PLS, or I say PLs. PLs use L1 students' native language to support both academic and language growth. They are intended to make English content as comprehensible as possible for EL students in order for them to both learn the content and English at the same time. PLs understand that home languages are important resources to draw upon. This chapter discusses a study which found that a school environment which effectively uses PLs helped students to positively self-identify as a bilingual Mexican-American student. It gets tricky then when you talk about effective instruction of PLs, and the chapter wants you to note that ways that it can be effective or ways that it can be harmful. Strategies that allow students to quickly grasp a new concept or prepare the student for instruction or text in English, strategies that which lower the affective filter of a student, or allow for greater peer collaboration, or allow for the teacher to gauge students' understanding are effective ways to implement PLs. Preview review is another strategy which builds background. It can be kind of summarized as like providing an introduction and a conclusion to any lesson, and then also allowing quick explanations in students' native languages. However, that should only be done by the teacher when it's for abstract concepts, and the chapter talked about freedom as one of those abstract concepts, because nouns and verbs can be explained through TPR, realia, or pictures. More effective instruction of PLs or primary language supports are providing mini lessons. These can take place in a student's native language, and they support content being covered in class at appropriate times. Students should also be allowed to contribute in their native language. However, the teacher does not want to respond by directly translating what that student said. Instead, they would repeat in English something that acknowledges what the student said, giving a genuine response that conveys the same information. A classroom should also be labeled in both languages, but ideally these students would take place in that labeling. The chapter then concludes by explaining ways that we can be advocates for English language learners and how we need to promote effective programs and be effective teachers. It explains that effective teachers recognize their important role in assisting students' English proficiency, both for social and academic purposes, but we do not water down content. Teachers should be credentialed and prepared to work with EL students, and we should advocate for our students and their families. Effective programs provide students with equal access to the curriculum while valuing translanguaging practices and a student's home culture as resources. They must also continuously provide professional development opportunities for both teachers and admin. And that is where Chapter 11 ends. Thank you.